Hey guys, welcome back to Can Outdoors. Today's video I'm going to attempt to build something that just kind of popped into my head, and mainly because I still had a bunch of PVC left and I had to go pick up some more in order to make this project work. But I'm going to try to show you guys what I'm going to build here. But the gist of it is I'm going to have a pipe coming up off of each of these and then coming over like this. And I'm going to be able to mount my fish finder on there and a rod holder so that when I catch a fish I can just throw it in that rod holder, because finding a spot to put your rod is always an issue. If you guys have seen me catch fish, I don't know where to put my rod. I usually end up sticking it under my feet or something, but I think this would be a pretty cool idea. So it's going to go over like that, but it's also going to come down here and mount right about here with a slightly smaller size PVC pipe. To give it some extra, what do you call it? So there's less torque on these, or torsion, whatever. So, I mean, these I've already bolted down, and what I did, well, I screwed them down. I opened up this thing here, and I took a small piece of wood and held it up underneath and drilled holes down through these and put some screws in there, and I'll show you what these look like. They're not a cap, they're actually a plug. They fit inside of the PVC pipe. And I got them like this. So they fit inside here like this. And that way, this isn't what I'm going to end up using. It's going to be one of these first, and then one of those. So it's going to be up a little higher, which is what I want. I want the fish finder to be up higher and give me some room underneath, because the original thing that I did was put a piece of wood across here and just screw it down to the kayak so that I had my fish finder on it. But I didn't like that idea because the foot pegs could only go so far, and I'm planning on using those foot pegs to steer my trolling motor that I'm going to be putting on, so I needed them to go further. So I had to change something about this. And this is the idea I came up with. I'm hoping it looks cool when I'm all done. But I really like building things out of PVC for kayaks, because obviously it's waterproof and it's lightweight. All this stuff put together probably weighs like 10 pounds. And then everything for those rod holders back there is probably about another 10 pounds. So it's lighter than wood as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, it might be the same, who cares? But it's lightweight, it's waterproof, and it's extremely durable. So we're gonna see what we end up coming up with. I'm kind of winging it, but I think it'll be cool when we get done with it all. So yeah, that's where we're starting with. We got two of these set down here, screwed in here and here, with 2 screws each going through the hole and into a block of wood. It's just like a little 2x2 that's about that long, and I held it up under there with my hand and drilled the holes down and put the screws in. So it's, I mean, I could move my whole kayak with that without it. I'll tally up how much I think it costs, because I had a lot of these pieces already, but I already kind of guesstimated it around $70 for all of the pieces and the piping. But I had quite a bit of the stuff already, so it ended up costing me about $30. But yeah, so if you buy all the pieces brand new from the store, if you don't have any of it, you're probably going to spend about $70 to make what I'm making right now. So let's get into it. Let's see how it turns out. And all right, so first thing we're going to have is we're going to start fitting everything together. So these are 2 inches in here, 2 inches in here, but it's 1.5 inches coming out of there. And that's what I'm going to put here. One on this side, one on that side. These are the same. And my kayak is still dirty. It had a ton of leaves in it and some ice, because I did leave it outside, so it got pretty dirty. But I'm just going to dry fit this. I'm not going to push anything down in yet, because they're kind of hard to take out once you push them in. But I'm just going to do a dry fit to see how it all works. Let's see here. Now this piece over here is going to be, I already pushed that in because I know I already need that where it is. it's two different reducers. This one is 1.5 to 1.25 inches, and then this is 1.25 to 1 inch. That was the only way I could find to make that happen. And the reason I had to do that was this is going to go right about here, and then my transducer has a 1-inch tube that I've already built for it, so that's going to stick inside here and then go down to put the transducer in the water. So this is the only piece that's not going to be like a doubled up piece, and if you're not doing a transducer off of this, you won't need this piece. I will need, however, to go ahead and cut some little 2-inch pieces. Okay guys, so I got these on both sides dry fitted. Benjamin is inside my kayak. Apparently he enjoys it. I don't know. He was all the way in there a minute ago and I didn't know he was in there, so it kind of freaked me out. Thought there was a possum living in here. Went ahead and cut some little pieces to join these together. Put one in here. And one on this side if I can from here. Okay, so now the next thing is I've got 2 of these. They're 2 inches on each one. And they're going to go right in here. Just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to put a piece of pipe between these two, and that'll connect the whole thing together. I think I'm missing a piece. Oh, it's over there. I was going to say, I know I bought it. And this right here is going to go on like that, or rather like this. And I'll put a little piece off of there, and it's going to be a rod holder that I can put my rod in real quick. I'm thinking about it now, I'm probably going to tip these upward. Probably about 45 degrees or so, roughly. Benjamin, you are becoming a pain in my butt. Yes, pain in the butt. Fat kitty. Fat kitty. Alright, come over here. Come here. You gotta get out of the way. So, then this thing right here is actually too big, but I didn't realize it when I bought it. That was something that I had to buy today. And what it is it's for my fish finder. So, the bottom of the fish finder is a swivel, and I'm going to mount that on the plate right here. No. I'm going to mount this on the plate, and this is going to go on top of that, obviously. So then, my fish finder can mount on this, and it swivels on there, so it doesn't matter that it... But that's enough for this section here. I'm going to start putting the pieces that go towards the front, and for that, I needed... Where are they? These are a plug instead of a cap. They fit inside of a fitting. And I like these better because they're flat. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them up towards the front, one on either side, and do the same thing. I'm going to put a screw down through the middle with a little piece of wood up underneath. So it's got some, a little extra surface space so it doesn't rip the kayak plastic. But we'll go ahead and do that. Benjamin, you gotta get down, Katie. Oh my goodness, what have you been eating, boy? You're thick. There we go. I'm thinking I'm gonna go right about here, and then I'm gonna have that piece coming off of here. That's gonna give it, because right now, I mean, it's sturdy, but I don't want any extra pressure pushing this way or this way on it by accident. That might rip through. So I'm gonna put a piece of PVC to here, and that's going to come to an elbow right there, and that's going to help hold this thing from moving forward or backwards any. So I think it's going to work out, but that's the plan. So there'll be a bar right here and on the other side, and I could even use it to mount stuff later on in the future if I want. But that's the plan. We'll see how that works out. This bad boy up here. And I don't have to pre-drill through the wood. The screw will grab the wood quite easily. But I do have to pre-drill through the plastic. And I've already got little chunks of wood down inside there, so I just grab it and hold it. Let's go ahead and do this one. Do both of them all right. I do have to take everything off anyway and spray paint it and then put it back on, so lots of stuff to still do. Alright. Hopefully that's going to line up good. Let's check that out. I think it'll line up pretty good. What? What do you want? What do you want, Simple Jack? Yes, I have a cat named Simple Jack. If you've never seen the movie Tropic Thunder, you need to watch that. Then you'll know what Simple Jack is. He's special. Alright, that's gonna go right there. Let's go from there. There, it's 12 inches on the nose. So I need a 2-inch piece at 12 inches. I need 1.5 at 18 inches. I need another one at 13.5. So 13.5. 18, 12. Okay, so what I've done so far is I went over and I cut a 12-inch piece to fit in between here. Make this one whole solid piece. And then I cut two 1.25-inch pieces to fit in here and here so that I can put on my accessories. This one's the rod holder, that one's going to be the plate where my fish finder is mounted. And I also went and cut the 1.5-inch PVC pipe to fit here and on the other side. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that put together real quick. This is going to be a pain. There it goes, just like that. Hope you guys can see all the way up here. This side over here is going to be a bit different because we got to have this piece in there first. So 1.25-inch piece here, go in there, and then a 13.5-inch piece to go in here. That one's really tight in there, but it's in there, so that's the whole deal. Let's go ahead and bring you guys up here so you can see what it looks like from here. That's kind of from the front. I mean, once it's painted black, I think it'll look good. I've got all these leaves in here from before. There is the mount for the transducer arm that sticks in there.